Oh, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. How goes it for you? Hadn't done a smudge in a while. All 4 sacred medicines on there. We got the sage, the cedar, the tobacco, and sweetgrass. I used my owl feathers here. Pulling back the veils to seeing the truth, right? Seeing beyond the deceptions. Owl sees in the darkness, right? Turn it. Okay, you see the smoke coming, but turn that here. Ooh. Extra sore today. Extra sad here. I thought it was Monday. I was going to do Morning Star Mondays. And I'm like, oh yeah. There was a holiday yesterday, wasn't it? Labor Day. And so, it's Tuesday. It's a Tele Tuesday. So we're doing a smudge on a Tuesday. Wow, imagine that. I gotta sit down. Aching. Very, very aching. It's been a real tough time here. Tele Tuesday. Truth. Truth. Tuesdays. Truth is I'm a human being. We're all being human here, right? Here to have this human experience. Yet so many of us try to escape it. Or, think that it's better. Purpose. I wrote something in my journey journal. Here's my little, that's representing of all of our littles. And the little puppies, too. Whatever that is for you. Let me just see here. Oh. I had this, whoops, wonderful, wonderful journey at my the place I used to live. This was going back in 2017. February 18th, 2017, I had this. this beautiful, I can't really see, it was like a spiral, right? And there was the fire in the center, and everybody came out in a spiral. All these, and they got this message that, ow, we are all your relations and all your lives, and we are all one within you. What? Whoa, that was some powerful stuff. That was during that journey. A chief white eagle came to me, was their headless grandmother, Tula or Tallulah, and then Chief White Eagle, and beside him was White Buffalo. And it didn't say White Buffalo woman or anything, just White Buffalo. So I took that as my White Buffalo calf woman, and I looked it up looked up the names, Chief White Eagle, and then somebody just posted something about Chief White Eagle. I thought, whoa, right, the soul sign, I can't remember. I was just reading this over this. Anyway, this is what brought this to mind. The whole goal of our human existence is not to remember our spiritual beings, but to have the experience of being human and all that entails. Wow. So that's what that is, right? Feeling all these feelings, because, source is just everything, right? To come here, because source is all. So we come here to in divine, but we're still in divine. I don't know. What does that say to you? The whole goal of our human existence is not to remember our spiritual being, but to have the experience of being human and all that that entails. What is that? Yeah. Spiral dancing, I saw that. There was something else I wanted to read as well to share with you, because I thought this is cool. That I am spirit, right? So I know that I am spirit. I know spirit. The human journey is our greatest journey. There is no journey to spirit, because that is what we are. Now, to partake of this earth walk, our spirit must go on a journey to becoming human. I know spirit, what it is to be spirit. I am learning what it is to be a human being. That doesn't come so naturally. That's my personal thing. Being spiritual does for me. Haven't even started yet. Just made okay. Haven't even started yet, because I was sorry. I am on a human journey. I am spirit. Been on spiritual journey since before time. Right? The human journey is our greatest journey. There is no journey to spirit, because that is what we are. Now, to partake of this earth walk, our spirits must go on a journey to becoming human. Right. We already know spirit, know what it is to be spirit. And we are learning what it's like to be human. What is that? How does that? That gets me so chills. Still tingling with all that. Super Grover is my monster totem. I have the same powers of Super Grover. I show up. Just love it. And I am cute too. Super Grover. Oh, Super Grover 2.0. Love it. Seth loved the Super Grover. Oh, so did yeah, and my other ones there, they did. Was my chair just slowly sinking? Feels like it. It did. Ooh, it did. It did go down a little bit. My little hydraulics. Slowly going down. We're going to get down today. Ooh, okay. Think about that, right? We keep trying to come and escape this human journey, but we came here for that. It's kind of an interesting thought on that, right? Because it's all about journeying to the spirit, or to return home, right? But we're already home because we're not separate from it. So why do we need to return to which we're already part of? because we really haven't separated from it. We can convince ourselves that we have, but we're not. If we separated from that spirit, from that source, hello, because in the air that we breathe, the ground we walk on, it's in every heartbeat, in every cell. The universe is within you, me, and everyone around you. All that, in everything we see and don't see. So I thought that was quite the interesting, very interesting thought there. Pretty interesting thought there, don't you think? How does that hit you? What is that? How to, I don't know, invite you, contemplate on that, do a meditation, do a journey or whatever. I did a whole drumming thing at that time, a few years ago, trying to reconnect to that. And then reading that and going through, and I'm feeling taller and all that. I always got myself up and built myself up and, you know, I had help, of course, and support, right? And, of course, Creator, Source put in my path those people that could help reflect back to me the good stuff as I was just being projected bad stuff. And, you know, of course, being human, these little ones that they keep getting told they're bad or they're this or they're that, so well, I might as well live up to that. Me, as I'm trying to prove that's not what I'm not, right? And then you're trying to prove you're something. So, the truth is the truth, no matter what, and it's always there. It cannot, you know, what is that? Like the sun and the moon, it cannot be hidden for very long. You know, and it's always going to come out. Always. Those that try to keep those secrets are, you know, then look at the stress they got to go through instead of just letting it be. Right? Let it be, oh, let it be, let it be, oh, let it be. Whisper words of wisdom, let it be. The Beatles, that's so beautiful, eh? Oh, I was just watching a thing, it was George Harrison, a little interview on him. It was beautiful on the YouTube. Very interesting. Anyway, look at these beautiful beings around there. I mean, you're a beautiful being too. Yes, you are. No exceptions. No matter who you are. We all do things because we're learning here. You know? We need to take responsibility, though, because what we do to others, we're doing to ourselves, right? What we do to ourselves, we're doing to others as well. Right? You know, I can see how easy it is. You want to escape. Right? We want to do anything to just feel better. Steven Tyler? Eh? It's not REO Speedwagon. Goodness gracious. Aerosmith. Anyways, right? But there's that song, I do anything to just feel better. And we tend to do that as human beings. Because we get caught up in thinking this is all that we are. Or we don't know, right? And the curiosity, or we don't, or we just accept, this is it, this is all. Well, and then we don't do anymore, don't go for anymore, we accept, oh, this is who they said we were. So why do I go for any more than that? Right? We need to be happy with what we got, but in that we can, you know, because in that we go, oh, all right, we have those old things, beggars can't be choosers, la la la, right? But then we don't allow ourselves to ask for more. If we think and we put ourselves below, and we're less than, we're not going to ask for what we truly need, what we all deserve. We're not going to think we have a right to put down a boundary, you know? So we're dedicated to service and stuff like that. So, you know, we have to take all the shit and abuse, but we don't. Because we don't help anybody by just taking that, now do we? And even our children. Going through this hard time right now, I want nothing but my children home with me. But I don't want to teach my children that they can take advantage of the people that they love. Because I see them with others. They have conversations, they talk, they put on those smiles with their mother. And they used to do this with smiles. There used to be that excitement. But now, mom's become the scapegoat for everything. They don't remember good times with their moms. This is total signs of brainwashing. And kids are so easily misled by those ones that they love. You know, like children can catch on, but if they're not taught to think for themselves, they're just going to follow along. So that's the dangers of parenting too, because we want the children to be able to make their own choices. We want to gift them, you know, teach them how to think for themselves, so they're not just going to fall for anything, right? We don't want them just come to us for all the answers, because we want them to figure things out for themselves. If they don't, they're going to go find somebody else for the answers. And a lot of people take advantage, right? But with mine, I can't have the abuse, so they haven't been wanting to spend the whole weekend. And then I found out 2 weeks ago that they went home early, because I'm not going to keep them here and have us all feeling worse, because one's getting physical, one's really ignoring me. The silent treatment, and then they turn it around and they go, yeah, she doesn't listen, she's like this. And people aren't talking to you. How do you listen to what they don't say? Not mind readers, you know. Or get upset because then I'm trying to guess what they're thinking or whatever. And she always is devalidating or whatever, because I don't know. You're not telling me, so I'm trying to guess. And if I guess something wrong, they get more angry and shut down even more and push me out. But this isn't new. This isn't the first time I've experienced this. So as a human being, I'm done. I have zero tolerance for abuse in my home. And I haven't had peace in my home for a long time. Had peace in my home when I disconnected from those adults that like to come in and tell me what to do, because they wanted to have control. They want to be the heroes. But yet, you know, they busy themselves in other people's lives and then sit there how ungrateful these people are. But they have enabling behaviors and keeps them the victim, right? Keeps them going, well, I could go do something with my life if these people would get their shit together. Well, right? So do you make it your business? Anybody out there? I mean, I have to watch for this in myself too. To take other people's shit personally and make that like a priority for you to help fix that person's life. But are you doing that because that's genuinely what they need? Or is it something that you need? Avoiding, right? They start talking earlier with these addictions and stuff like that. Hey, addictions isn't just about substance, and sometimes that is. We're addicted to avoiding our own problems. We're addicted to not looking inside, to escaping, right? As Gabor Mate puts it, the definition of addiction, right, is anything, whether a substance or behavior, it brings a temporary release, relief, or pleasure, temporary, but has lasting negative results. But yet you can't cease from doing it. But you can. But you know, until we acknowledge it, right? That's why acceptance, you know, acknowledge, accept, take the action. Some people get stuck in the, okay, I've acknowledged I've got this addiction, so I accept it. That's just how it is. So anybody that comes around, you just have to accept I have this addiction, so there we go. And never take any action to change it. What is that? But I can see that. There's so many times because we don't want to feel these pains and these feelings, but you know what? It doesn't last forever. You gotta let it flow to let it go, right? Let those tears flow to let them go. They water those seeds. Oh. A pretty good grieving week last week, and that's okay. It's hard to be. It's hard when your children have picked up abusive behaviors. And it's the psychological abuse, when it's the worst abuse you've ever been through. the silent treatment, and you try to come at different angles. What do we need here? What do we do? Try to make it a fun place. But then again, right? Am I then, teaching my kids more of those cycles, right? Because we just sit here silent, and the more she goes and tries to give us stuff to try and bring us happier, Look at her dance around, and then they see him if I cry. It's like a big game, and children can be swayed. My daughter went up, chopped her hair some more, but she talks to me. And she even said to me one time that I'm like the fake mother in Tangled, the Disney movie. These were introduced, and that's something I learned. And people thought I was crazy with my firstborn son. And I've seen differences just in my children, just with the things they were able to watch. I remember I took early childhood education. My son Andy was born. He was between 1 and 2. I was doing it when he turned 2 years old, right? So I did the 1 year. And my parents separated then. That was a bit of a devastation for me. Actually, for the whole family. My parents broke up, and it seemed like the whole family fell apart. Like, it appeared that way. People that didn't even know them. Oh, they broke up. Like, no way, right? They were. Now I don't even recognize them. I don't know who those people are. Or maybe maybe they are the same. And I had my rose-colored glasses on. So I love people. I see the best in people, and I just want to help. I want everybody to see the beautiful being that you are. Mostly because when you know that you're beautiful, you're happy inside yourself, and you're loving yourself, not above or below, but as part of, you're not going to go out and hurt anybody else. I think that's the biggest thing in me. Is wanting everybody to feel empowered and loved and begin within, because then you're not going to go take it out on somebody else. You're not going to go try and get power over somebody. You're going to work more for that empowerment. And those good feelings come from inside. It's not from anybody else. We're all reflections, right? We're all reflections. And if there's something you don't like in somebody else, instead of criticizing and judging that person, look how it is in you. Because it is there, whether it's something you have gone through or whatever. And look at those things we say, we're never going to do that, we're never going to do that, and then we do it. How many times has that happened with you? Do we shame this little one then some more? It's not to make excuses or anything like that, but to acknowledge the human beings, the way these brains grow and develop. It's all the same for everyone. Every human being, Processing systems are a little bit different. But look at, right? They all need the same things. Look at these computers and iPhones and all that. All kind of got these same kind of parts. They process the information in a different way, maybe. Basics, hardware's all the same. Right? They need some wires, some chips, and all that, right? So we need too. So we start looking at that even more. And each of us take responsibility for that. Start seeing this little one as part of all. Not above, not below, as part of. An individual. Individual. Not an individe. We're not dividing anymore. Bringing all our colors together and being an individual. Individual. We stop hurting others. That's been, I always thought we can't make peace on earth, but there is peace on earth depending on where you look. If you bring that home, in your home, you got peace on earth. It's there, and the more we do that, the more we each take responsibility, because we have that responsibility. We have the ability to respond. We have that free will to choose how we use our responses, what we respond to. Right? And not to shame ourselves when there's times that we have reacted to those default settings, right? Hungry, angry, lonely, tired. How about pain? That's in there too. When we're feeling those things, We tend to go into our default settings. There's the autonomic things that we do not have control over. You know, maybe that's the panic, right? We can't control ourselves. We try to control others. So let's get in control of ourselves. Align ourselves up with the highest image that we have. Us in the world, whatever that is. I don't know, what is that for you? Telling the truth. Truth is, I miss my kids very much. And I love them, and I don't want them to feel bad, but it's hard to recognize them. They're growing so fast, and this mom saw a difference in babies. They go to their fathers for a night and come back. And I could see the differences. They've grown a little bit. There was another hair there, whatever. You know, I notice those because I pay attention to my children. And I didn't want to live my life through them. I've never tried to mold and shape them. Well, I shouldn't say never. Maybe I have, if I recognize that. So I'm not trying to push my stuff on them. I want them to discover themselves and who their little unique being is. In fact, in some ways I've gone strong. Don't copy me, do your own thing. But that's part of it. And I feel so bad for that. I wish they copied more of my peaceful ways. You know, helping people feel good about themselves. And I think they do. But with Mom, and then what I'm worried about is not me. This isn't like a self-pity party. Oh, poor me, my children. This is about those kids. Because I know how I felt. As a child with my mom, I felt responsible for my mom. So I'm glad my kids don't feel responsible for me. Because it's not their job. But what if something happened to me? What are my kids going to feel then? Because deep down, they know their mother. They know there's this cognitive dissonance, you know, going on in them where their reality isn't what they've been told unless they keep pushing and trigger like an autistic meltdown or overload or whatever. I get sensory overload or my fight or flight kicks in and I've got to run to safety. It's mine is the flee or the fight. I'm not a fighter. Unless there's no other choice, and then it's fight to get away, right? It's fight just to flee. I don't like fighting. I've never liked fighting. I've never seen the point of fighting. What does that get us? I mean, some guys, they had that, right? They could get up and duke it out, and then they're shaking each other's hands, and then they're best friends, right? That's how society is taught that. But look at us, it's not fighting. Divide, conquer. If we keep fighting amongst ourselves, we're not seeing what others are doing to take advantage. Right? And sometimes in controlling families or enmeshed families, you know, some might want to say narcissistic, whatever. Here's buzzwords and, you know, but these are valid things that are out there. And who starts saying their buzzwords? Probably the ones that don't want this to come out. They don't want people getting wise on the stuff that they do. Because once we know, right, we can't be fooled anymore. Once we open our eyes and see it, it's just there. You can't. We could try to go back to sleep, and that's something that happened with me too. I tried until I couldn't because it was affecting my children. Right? I couldn't sleep. I had to stay awake. Because these people are using my children and brainwashing them. And these are the molders and the shapers. And if you don't do what they like or in their opinion and, you know, most judgmental people I know. I think it's because it's not so obvious out there. And then especially when so many people trust them with children. I did too. I trusted them big time. And then look at where that's got me. Where's got my children? They're hurting my children. Children grow up. Children know. And mine will. And I'm a human being. So it's not perfect. But they come here. And even when I'm not talking about the other people, let's just do here. What are we going to do here? What do you need from your mom? What do you want from your mom? Well, they don't need or want anything from mom. So that's where we've gotten to. They don't want to come back. When I drop them off early, say they're not being kind, well then, they get punished for that. But the adults, they continue doing that stuff. They can't get mad at the one punishing them there. So it comes back at mom and get more mad at mom. Because that's mom's fault now. Jeez. We didn't want to stay at your place and it's boring, so you let us come back and now we got grounded for a week. So again, this isn't to help. Mom, why are you punishing the children? Because when you're doing the same stuff, then it's not fair. They're just, children learn what they live. And what my children have seen is people abusing their mother, ignoring their mother, with silent treatments, with roundabout conversations. I try and put down boundaries, get angry about that. And then retaliating, going to the kids. I've heard it with my own ears. Don't listen to your mother. Why'd your mother say that? My kids keep hearing that over and over again. Or they're talked to like, oh, your poor mom. Like, I'm so worried about your mom. Why get kids worried about mom? Because it's their own opinions. You know, I've got doctors and medical records and all that, and I'm dealing with this. I've had to be in therapy for, you know, but yet they want to keep saying all this help that I need when I'm getting it. And if there's mental issues, you know, that happens when you're in these toxic, severe psychological abuse that I've been through. Does have an effect, you know. Well, no human being can go through being gaslit, you know, having your reality denied, having people do things and then say that they didn't do it. When you heard it, having people say they didn't say things. When you heard it playing, you wished you had a recorder. That's called the crazy making stuff. I've never had diagnosis of mental health issues. And there's nothing against it. There's no judge, because, you know I do. I deal with trauma now. But like in those younger years, never did. I didn't take that. I had some early interventions, so I didn't take on my father being an alcoholic as something wrong with me. You know, that was a beautiful thing. I appreciated my mother for that. My mother was a hero for that. Yeah. Hey. No, that's gotta be me. And we don't save ourselves, right? We open up to that spirit that helps us. Because it's when we try to disconnect ourselves from that, which we can't really. It's always there, no matter what. Again, right? If we disconnected completely, right? These bodies still wouldn't be walking this earth. But when we open up to that and remember that we chose to come here to feel the full spectrum of what it is to be human. I know I've always wanted to have more understanding. You know, my mother, and the abuse and stuff, so I had that early intervention. I started learning about abuse and different types of abuse really early. But there is some really, really skilled ones that really take your stuff. They find out all your little insecurities, all the things you're worried about, and they amp them up. Tease you in front of others and then say, oh, that it's just joking. She can't even take a joke, you know. Done that before. I said, okay. I can laugh at myself. Oh, big time. Oh, totally. Totally. I'm big heyoka. There's just a few certain things, right? And there was ones I'd say, look, but then when you tease me about this really hurts, you know. It's one thing when it's the two of us, right? And I think if I laugh about it, right, laughter's the best medicine. It's my belief. Not only mine either, whatever. But then when you laugh, and that's something I've with the kids too, is probably become entertainment. Well, one, look at our entertainment nowadays too. Look at those shows promoting the violence. Even our funny sitcoms and stuff in the families, it's making fun of each other, putting each other down. Oh, that's just the way it is. So then we just accept it and we do nothing to change that. It all begins within. Where are you at with that? What's your truth? What's the truth? Right? We have our truths of our experiences and what we've gone through. There's those bigger truths. Whoa, I'm getting chills. What is the truth to you? Does it matter? Have you found something you thought you believed was true and then you found out that it wasn't? And can we let go when we find out that what we thought was true was not? Can we actually let go of that? But what if what we thought was true and we took actions on that and hurt others by those actions we took based on what we thought was true and then found out that it wasn't true? Can we go back and take responsibility for that? To try and make amends? I thought this was true. I took these actions and these really hurt you and I'm sorry because that's not what I meant to do. Is there anything I can do to make it up to you? Anything like that? Anything in your life? Ever a time? How do you react when you found out something you believed in was not the truth? But you believed in it, you fought for it, you did everything, right? And then you find out, well, that's not true. Wow. Wow. Look at our history books, things that we've learned in school and stuff like that, things that are been pushed on us and taught to us. We find out, wow, that's not all true. But if we don't think for ourselves and we're just following along and we're convinced that the answers are all outside of us, we're always looking on the outside. I don't know. What is that? Is that 29? 39, 15. Okay, let's just... What shall we... It's a new moon, isn't it? It's a new moon. I'll take a moon card and one... That just popped out. The curse. That's the curse that we have in us all. We're all belief. We're these innocent babies and we believe what those loved ones tell us without question. That earth. Earth. Oh, what's this one? The child. Oh my goodness. Earth and the child. Earth and the... We are children of the earth. Right? And earth, we're not here for a curse. We're not cursed. The child is not cursed. We're not born evil. Rainmaker. We are not born evil. Let's look at that. We're born blank slates. They drum. We are born blank slates. And what were we filled up with? What are the beliefs in your family? What were you taught? What are the things you accepted without even looking back at it? Because this was just the way it is. This is how we do things in this family, right? No, we don't go to the other side of the tracks. We keep to our side of the tracks. What is that? What have you been raised with? What are your beliefs? Has anything changed as you've grown? Has any of your beliefs changed as you've grown? And how was that for you? Was it a hard switch? Right? Or was it like waking up? Ah, wow. Whoa. Wow. Now everything's a different color. What is that for you? Just one. We'll read quickly and we'll draw a moon woman to go with it. Balancing these energies. There we go. Shot right out there. A lightning and the thunder. Right? With the thunder beings and then the lightning. Look at that. What's the top card on that before we pull out the one over there? The one that fell down there is, I don't know what that one is. But we'll find out in a second, huh? We'll find out in a second. What's that one? Ooh, the jaguar! Embracing the unknown. You, whoa, whoa, whoa. What do we believe? What do we believe? Now we let go of those beliefs because we found out that wasn't true. Now what do we do? We've always believed this. How do we go now? What? We believed these were the bad people. So we've been fighting and fighting them and destroying them and thinking we should wipe the earth with them, but then they're not. These are people, too. What is that? We feel we need to be punished. We keep punishing ourselves. We punish others. Oh, the serpent. Oh, transmuting those poisons. 46 is a 10. Look at that. Jaguar is a 10. Right. This lightning. What is that? 3. 3 is about self-expression. Ooh. Who are you? What are you doing here? This serpent. Whoa. Wow. Wow, 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 wow. Where's that book? Right here. It's this one. The serpent. Now that can get this scary, right? They got a bad reputation. Look, it wasn't that the evil serpent that tempted Eve to bite the fruit, whatever that was. But the serpents, the snakes, they really get a bad name now, don't they? But what do they transmute those poisons. That, you know, they talk about shedding those skins. We get a new skin. Right? It's rebirth, being reborn. Then there's that, you know, the snake eating itself. So that's the infinity. Right? Keeps going on. There's snakes about that kundalini rising. What is that? Dad, in your life, what does that represent to you? 44 just went to, oh, I'm looking for 46. Oh. Pain. Okay, the essence, and this is what we're in. The essence. The serpent is the life force of Mother Earth, which jumped out there, right? The coiled serpent of the Kundalini brings passion, healing, and renewal. She offers us the fruit of the tree of knowledge in the Garden of Eden and reminds us to shed the past the way she sheds her tired old skin. Serpent comes to offer you the forbidden fruit that will set your passion and creativity free. Right? Because those ones that want to control us don't want us to have the knowledge, don't want us to know. Because there's some that think, only a few of us can have the knowledge, and if everybody else has it, well, chaos, whatever. Well, wasn't creation birthed from chaos? Chaos is not a bad thing. Everything is in divine and perfect order. Who are we to say that it's not? With our limited human brains. Once we come into these bodies, we limit ourselves. But that's why. That's the purpose. To have this journey. To appreciate what we truly are. Maybe. I don't know. We're all making it up. We don't know till we get there. Nobody knows till we get there. The invitation. The serpent power of the Kundalini is stirring within your chakras, gently asking you to embrace its mystery. Shed the old skin that you have been so attached to. We do. We get attached to this skin, don't we? Shed the old skin that you have been attached to and welcome the vulnerable pink underbelly that will bring you fresh experiences of your life. So shedding the skin, these old beliefs, shedding off all those beliefs, all the stuff that was pushed on us, all the things that we were told we were. Instead of discovering it for ourselves and just accept it. This is who I said I was. I was born into this, so this is what I am. This is what I must do. Even though I'm feeling this calling somewhere over here. Like, look at Moana, right? When you watched Moana, but it's not called Moana. Where is it? Oh, goodness. I am Moana. I believe so. But look at that, right? It doesn't matter just because we were born and this is what we're supposed to be. Maybe that's not, right? We're being molded and shaped by adults instead of just being guided and letting us find that unique being that we are. We were to be here. What is that? So, welcome to the new vulnerable pink underbelly that will bring a fresh experience of your life. Your passion and sexuality are awakening. And this can be scary. Trust the wisdom of the serpent to transform your sensual energies into beautiful original manifestations. Because it can be scary because we think that it's sex, and sometimes we'll go out there and that'll rise up in us, and then we're just going looking for warm bodies, right? We get attached to the meat suits, to the skins, to these old skins. But we need to shed that, because that sensual energy, sexual energy, is also the creative energy, right? Because look at that. It is there to bring us together to create new life. But we have new life in everything that we make. When we do a painting, when we craft and do like manipulating the clay and making models or whatever that is, you're putting life force into that as well. You're putting your life force into that. No wonder we get so attached to our creations. No wonder we get so attached to our children. They came from us. We created them, but we didn't. We had a part in that. We had a part to play in it. But it worked through us. Creation works through us. And we can become aware of it, more willfully work with it, right? I don't know. What is that? The medicine. When you shed the past gracefully, life will not strip it away with great drama. Indeed. Right? It's great drama when we're hanging on. The truth hurts because we don't want to believe it. The truth hurts when we've believed something else for so long. But it's not the truth that hurts. It's our denial of it. When you shed the past gracefully, life will not strip it away with great drama. Indeed, that is something you want to avoid. Do not use your energies to seduce others or allow yourself to be seduced, even by your own ideas. Right? So let's not get caught up in those fantasies. Some people can talk so great, right? They say the silver-tongued devil, right? Because they can talk so sweetly and charming. Me, I've decided, no way, no more charmers, right? Real, raw, here I am, fresh. I'm not trying to charm you and pretend I'm something I'm not. Look at my flashy smile. Ding, right? And then you're cooked up and you're hypnotized by the pearly whites or the eyes, right? Whenever they know how to bat those eyelashes, or they know how to put the, the puppy dog, whatever. That's the thing. And you can get these big, powerful, they seem powerful to you. And they look so, I don't know. What is that for you? Those beliefs. I believe there were some people that needed me to show them that there was somebody there, but really they were taking. They weren't doing things to help others. They were doing things to make themselves look good. But maybe that's just the way they believed that they had to do. Maybe they were actually thinking that they were actually doing what was best for others. But they weren't thinking about the others. They're only thinking about themselves and what they thought. So then they become attached to that idea, to that advice. And then they get upset because you don't follow that advice that they gave you. But they're thinking from their perspective, from their experiences in life. I don't know. That's something, once we think we know somebody, we need to step back. We're all on these individual journeys. Yes, yes, yes. We purposely came here. The source purposely put itself in divine. Right? But we're still in divine. We are spirit. We are here to have the human experience, not to escape it, not to avoid it. Why the heck then would we come here if we just wanted to avoid it? I don't know. The essence, the formidable electrical discharge of a lightning bolt brightens the sky and strikes the earth, accompanied by a mighty sound of thunder. This phenomenon has a positive aspect. The light illuminates the earth and the psyche. But there is a destructive side as well. The bolt can burn and even kill if it's too strong. The invitation. The forces of the upper world are investing their gathered energies to ignite you with inspiration and creativity. Oh! Allow this divine gift of awakening to take root deep in your being and enjoy a renewed sense of clarity, passion, and vision. The medicine. Life has granted you with a destiny that is in alignment with your passion and in harmony with all existence on earth. Life has gifted you with a destiny that is in alignment with your passion and in harmony with all existence on earth. Now, lightning has come to jolt you into accepting your destiny. Let this initiation release what is in the way of your fulfilling your life purpose. Otherwise, you'll be bound to your karmic life, your karmic fate. This is a time to be courageous and daring. That's right, courageous and daring, but don't expect that to come without any fear, because what's the point of being courageous and daring if there's no fear? Fear is there. Fear has a purpose. Not a bad thing, but we don't want it to let it rule us, right? We need to see, what is this here for? Is this a fear because of my beliefs? Or is this a fear because, if I jump off the CN Tower, then I'm going to end this human experience a lot quicker? I don't know, what is that for you? What does that all say to you? What does Jaguar say in this book? 28. Just 2 back from that one. That's easy to find. The essence. Jaguar is the protector of all life in the Amazon. And in times of fear, she brings courage and certainty. Jaguar is at the top of the food chain, never becomes prey. With great stealth, she can track her mark from a distance and not be seen or heard. She moves gracefully through the jungle, relishing the abundance of the rainforest, fearless and at ease. Jaguar knows the ways beyond death and is the master of the shadows, blending invisibly between light and dark, night and day. The invitation, 5505. Jaguar calls you to explore beyond the walls that confine you, to go outside your normal route, to push your limits and boundaries. She is delivering an invitation from your own future to investigate the unknown, to venture into the mystery and the dark places you have been reluctant to explore. Toss all caution to the wind. Know that your Jaguar instinct will serve you well. The medicine. What in your life needs to be released? What have you carried around with you for far too long? Which is ready to be let go of once and for all? Jaguar medicine is available to heal the fear so you can allow it to go. It's time to come out of the shadows and end the shadow games that you may have unconsciously agreed to play. It's time to come out of the shadows and end the games that you have unconsciously agreed to play. Call on Jaguar to unfetter you from toxic relationships and recover your natural instinct for the right people and situations. Woo! So we need to pay attention to that because we get those instincts, and depending how this baby was raised, oh, it's rude for me to speak up. Oh, it's rude, blah, blah, blah. I just need to agree. Oh, I'm in somebody else's home, or blah, 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 blah. What is that? Ooh. Oh, what is that? Okay, I'm just going to go like this because I'm not going to do the top and bottom on these ones. I am just going to, here we go. Okay. There, look at that, just came right out. Perfect. That just came right out. Well, is that, she's a number 20 on that one. And let's read it. Okay, let's just have a, oh my goodness, she's beautiful. That looks like justice. That looks like justice. Oh, beautiful. Okay. We'll put those there anyways. Anyways. Right? Put those there anyways. To be free. Oh my goodness. Okay, I don't have much time on this. It'll kind of cut me off, I think. 55, 54. But we want to read that one somewhere. Okay. This one. Ooh. Goes there. Oh, beautiful. Okay, 20. What does that say? The cauldron process. The witch's magic pot. The womb of creations. Make yourself a warm nest. Some good earth, few tree branches, and light a fire. Sit within the center of your being, where your power lies. Bring a big pot and a mixing spoon. Pour various elements into it. Multicolored powders, whispered words. Sing a few songs into your vat of wonders. Stir your heart's directions, desires full of light. Stir in your heart's direction, desires full of light. Understand that everything is a process that requires trust and belief, patience, hope, and perseverance. These are the secrets of the gifts that lead to great love and the creation of a new reality. Woo, 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 woo. Right, the baby. Let's just go. Till we cut off. 59 is going to be cut off. The creation of a new reality. This one's the baby. The new soul in the world is asking to actualize itself. A human being upon the earth. The mind consists of a collection of human knowledge that is translated by the soul and which allows for its interaction with more compressed matter and information within the being. With the physical and the energetic bodies, the personality traits, and the emotional and intellectual bodies that the baby chose to be incarnated with were chosen by the soul before its descent into the mother's womb. In accordance with the kind and level of development that this soul is asking for or needs to undergo in this lifetime. These traits may change and develop throughout one's life. Yes, they will. This is the east, the air, the solar plex or thought constellation. This is the eagle, yellow, moon blood, qualities, initial, clarity, lightness, and renewal. This is what we is going for her. Right? And bring this one back here. Up here. Whatever. Okay, we don't have time for that. Okay, so let me go past. This is a number 8 right there. Okay, we're going to look at that. Gonna look at that, gonna look at that. Number 8, number 8, number 8. Number 8. Okay. Number 8 is the woman. Second initiation. Okay, I'm gonna put this back up here. The woman. Second initiation. Over her. Over her, it's gonna go right there, but it won't sit right there. Oh my goodness. Okay, excuse me. At this stage, the woman is in the full moon. She is the embodiment of maturity. She is learning the ways of water and of the cave. She is whole and full. She knows her body. She knows her soul and walks restfully and contentedly upon the earth. She is quiet and present, abundant with ideas and sensuality. In her right hand, she holds the dragonfly sword, cutting through all illusion. And in her left, she holds a purple feather, the warless warrioress. The warless warrioress. She is connected to her intuition, her body, and soul, well balanced. The direction is the west. Water, the heart or the third eye. Animal is the bear. Black or purple. Full moon is the beginning. The power, wholeness, sharpness, connection to emptiness. Love yous all. Biggest heart hugs ever. Thank you for being you. Shining your light through in everything you do, because you know it. This world truly, 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 truly needs you to be you. A fully, holy, and true. Fully, holy, and true. This world needs you. Needs you. Needs you. Yeah, this world, it needs you. Needs you too. What's the illusions you bought into? What did you do for you? Weirdo, weirdo. Weirdo, where you going? Up in here. Love yous. Biggest heart hugs ever. Thank you for being you, shining your light through in everything you do, because you know it. This world needs you to be you, fully, holy, and true, or the world misses out on the gift that is you. Get in touch with that. Let go. Shed those old skins. Embrace who you truly are. Love you. Love you, love you, love you. Thank you. Remember, empower, not overpower. Right. Wonderful, blessed day and week. Thank you, thank you, thank you. 133, 33. 135, 36. Okay.